Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of vocal warm-up fun. I've tried to include a lot of different exercises in this one so you can chop and change between the first video and this one. So I hope you enjoy it. Probably good to pause the video right now and do just do a bit of a physical warm-up. I mean, if you've done yoga or something like that, wonderful. But like we did in the first video, a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a massage, a little bit of a roll out of the joints even, just a rotation of the body in different joint points would be great. So do that and rejoin. And we'll do a little rib expansion today, just as a little breath exercise. So I'm sitting in a confined area behind a piano here, but if you get into a space and put your feet under your hips, soft knees, soft ankles, and just raise up one hand as much as is comfortable. Watch that your shoulder doesn't pull up too much. Just keep that kind of up, but relaxed as much as you can. And just let the armpit kind of open away from you, like it's pointing to your left as much as possible. And then just tip over as much as you can. Again, this is not really about the stretch as such, it's about breathing into the rib cage. So you put a hand here, breathe in through your nose, and just feel the expansion of your ribs, and breathe out and feel them collapse. And do that 2 or 3 times. And hopefully you feel things expanding a little bit more. And give them a rub. Just get the blood flowing all the way up and down. Appreciate how big your rib cage is. So right up just underneath the armpit and right down towards your sides, towards the hips. Not quite as low as the hips, but all around there. Give them a bit of a pat. Bashing them all around. Keep breathing whilst you're doing this, of course. Keep your face soft. And just rest your hand there. Maybe one more breath into the rib cage through your nose. And out. And then just come back up. And if you leave your hand there for a second, you should hopefully feel that that side has been opened up a bit more. Don't worry if not. Maybe try next time. We'll try a little bit more. Just to try and get a little bit more opening, a little bit more capacity. Should feel like you're almost heavier on that side. So balance it out. So again, just open up. Feet are still squared under the hips. Ankles are soft. Knees are soft. The weight is kind of balanced between front and back of your the ball and the heel of your foot as well. So raise up your other hand. Again, beware of pulling up the top of the shoulder too much. Just kind of keep it open and tip over. And just rest your hand somewhere in the middle. Breathe in through your nose. Feel the expansion of your rib cage. Breathe out. 2 more times. Encouraging it to feel a little bit more open each time you do it. 1 more time. Good. And again, just give it a rub. Use your hand, get that heat going as well. Help us well for the rest of the warm-up. Lots of rubbing. Right up, right down. A bit of a bash. Bashing out the dust. Ready for the day's work. Rest your hand there 1 more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back up. And enjoy your newly expanded rib cage, I hope. Have a little hum. We did a siren on an NG the first warm-up, but this time let's do a hum. So just on a and just glide gently. Just start in the middle of your range. So nothing too major. Just trying to be smooth and even, getting that sound a bit forward. Breathe when you need to. And you're just trying to expand it very slowly. So keep humming. Just up and down in your own time. Just expanding the range a little bit both ways. People always seem to be on the quest for height. for higher notes, but don't neglect your lower range. This is a good one just to check in with it at the start of this warm-up. Just keep the low in mind as well as the high. So, you know, you're doing about, I don't know, 2/3 of your range here. Don't go to the extremes, okay? Because we haven't warmed up properly, okay? Now we'll just do another thing for open-throatedness. Just have a little bit of a chuckle. I'm isolated. It could be manic. Or sarcastic. Whatever it is, whatever mood you're in, just have a chuckle. And then try and, appreciate that is opening up the space in your throat here. Now try and match it silently. So the air's still flowing through, but you feel a kind of muscular engagement this way in the throat, widthways. Just try and hold that setting a little bit. Check in with your abs. You might feel like you're pushing the abs now, but try and keep that setting. And then breathe in and try and hold it a little bit. You might feel like that space reduces. That's the challenge. So have that silent laugh, let the air flow out of you. Check in with the abs, soft. And then just try and breathe in, but keeping that sense of width. Good, I've done that now because I want you to go into a lip trill and keeping your throat open. For those of you who cut out during a lip trill, keeping this space open is one of the most important things. Not pushing the pressure too much, not overdriving, pushing the abs is another thing, and try and keep the head on the neck will also help. But just do a little bit of a lip trill in the same way as the hum. Again, breathing when you need to. Feel free, obviously, to flip it. Doesn't all have to be full voice. It's just whatever is comfortable for you. Wherever you want to play, you can diddle around in an area. Whatever you want to do, keep playing around with that lip trill. And now we're going to kind of put those three ideas together. We're going to put the open-throatedness, the lip trill, and the hum all together. And then after that, once you've got that setting that's very forward, just let your mouth open. It'll probably be into an R. And just keep that sound kind of coming out of you forwards, forward momentum. So it starts with the lip trill. Pick a note. You can chew the hum a little bit. Get hands on with it. You're like washing your face with it. And then when you feel like that sound is really forward, then open your mouth and think about getting that sound really forwards, like it's a ball being thrown somewhere, give it somewhere. Any pitch you like. Really have that sense of distance in mind at the end. A couple different pitches. Don't worry if you run out of breath, but just keep that sense of distance and that sound coming forwards through you in mind. Good. Let's do some onset work. An onset, remember, is how you start a note. And you can start it with the breath first, with the voice first, and then voice and breath together. I mean, obviously when I'm saying with the breath first, then your voice kicks in. If you start with your voice first, that's also known as a glottal onset, and then the breath comes in behind it. Voice and breath together is the obvious one. And we're going to use certain words for reasons that will become apparent. I want you to use eat, air, and, opt, and oops. Eat, air, and, opt, and oops. The setting for those is around the mouth in most accents. And we're going to start with a glottal onset, just singing each of those words on the same pitch. So eat, so it's the uh-oh vibe here. Your vocal folds are thicker here. So eat, air, and, opt, oops. And here we go. Eat, air, and, opt, oops. Just a soft glottal. Eat, air, and, opt, oops. We won't go too high with this one. Okay, so now we've done that, we're going to start with some airiness, sometimes called aspirate onset, breathy onset. Just have a sigh. Just feel the air dragging through you. Your vocal folds get very stiff there. The air just passes through. The connection is much weaker. And so by using the air before these 5 words, you create 5 completely new words. And that's why I've chosen those previous words. So eat becomes heat, air becomes hair, and becomes hand, opt becomes hopped, and oops becomes hoops. So you'll know if you're using that H enough in the sound, because you'll create 5 new words. Here we go. And we're going to start slightly higher up. Heat, hair, hand, hopped, hoops. Heat, hair, hand, hopped, hoops. One more. Good. So we've done the extremes of starting notes. So the one we really want most of pre-singing is that balance, and when we're singing, and that is a smooth onset, or a simultaneous onset as it's sometimes called, where your voice and breath kind of come out together in a beautiful union. So you're just trying to find that balance. Eat, air, and, opt, oops. Don't worry if you start on the throat more or the breath more. It's an indicative of where your habit probably lies. You're just trying to work on finding a reasonable balance between the two. Give it a go. Don't worry. Here we go. Eat, air, and, opt, oops. So we're obviously losing the H here. Eat, air, and, opt, oops. I'm going to take this one a bit higher. This one is the best one for your voice to be using anyway. Eat, air, and, opt, oops. Eat, air, and, opt, oops. Bit of a fruity key change there. Sorry about that. Good. So something to stretch the larynx this way forward. We talked about this before, that kind of tipping mechanism that helps thin out the vocal folds. It helps, it's related to that smooth onset vibe. And this time, today, we're going to do a kind of lower setting. A sad giant is what I want you to think of. You can think panto, you can think Ents from Lord of the Rings, or anyone else you care to think of. But the vibe is, why am I so sad? And it's not just a big person going, why am I so sad? Because you'll hear there's no emotion in that so much. There's no reach. And this is what we really want. We want low setting plus the reach. In video one, we talked about the puppy whimpering, which is a common one, and kids whinging, please, please. And those two exercises, you really feel the stretch of these cricothyroid muscles, as they're called. So here, give it a lower setting of please, oh, and we're going to sing Why Am I So Sad in a descending minor scale. So it's going to be why am I so sad? Really feel free to milk this one. Really get into that, please. Oh, you're massive and you're sad. The two things together. Here we go. Why am I so sad? Why am I so sad? Good, don't worry if you're flipping or breaking a bit at the top. That's hard work. You should feel like you have a good stretch down there. Let's do a little articulation using a kind of speechier vibe in there. It's a bit to do with stamina as well. It's a number one, just doing the numbers 1, 1, 2, 1 and going all the way up to 8. And then reversing it. So each number is representative of the point on the scale. So I'll do a slow one. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, so now we're going to move up a key and I'm going to hand it over to you. So here we go, 2, 3, and... Good, we're going to do one more. And beware of the temptation to breathe after each number set. So you've just taken a breath, right? If you go 1, 1, 2, 1, you didn't need either of those breaths if you think about it. You've just taken a breath. So think about challenging yourself to go through more of it without taking the breath. Maybe try and get through to 8 on one breath. So I'll play this one slightly faster and then take a breath and then go from 8 all the way back down to the full set in reverse on one breath too. Here we go. 6, 7, and... Next up, we're going to move from a hum into an R. It's using one of the first exercises we did. The pattern's going to be you feel free to put some vib on if you want to. I mean, you'll notice for a lot of this, don't really use some vib, partly because we are talking to actors more than anyone else. But I just focuses on the purity of the sound. If you want to, feel free. So put some spin on it if you want. It's not a prerequisite. And we're going to move up the positions in the scale. 2, 3, and moving up like that. Okay, here we go. Great. A little soft palate exercise. So we're going to use a nasal sound, ng, and then move into an E sound, ngi, ngi. So when you feel that that nasal sound, you feel the back of your mouth, the soft palate, it drops to allow that sound through the nose. Then the idea is off the g, which lifts up your soft palate, helps you boost it up, gi, and then you get that E forwards and you keep the soft palate lifted, okay? It's just a descending scale. Ngi, 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 ngi. Ngi, 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 ngi. Ngi, Good. We're going to do a little slur staccato combination. Slur, remember, is when you sing several notes on one sound. E, that's what we're going to do. E, ha, ha. And the E, ha is going to be staccato. It's very spiky. E, ha. And we're just going to move through a pattern like that. So it'll be... and just one way, going up. Here we go. And E-up, 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 Good. We're going to do onset pairs. So again, building from the onset exercise from before, and we'll do it on an ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. So this is a trickier one than it seems, because the challenge is not to start with breath or with throat onset, a glottal onset, but also not to come off the note, what's called an offset, with either ooh, lots of air, or clipping it and cutting it in your throat, ooh. So just trying to find a balance on both ends. Here we go. Releasing the breath. Allow your voice to cover the notes. Really make sure it's rising to cover the pitches of it. Good. Just a little bit of twang today. Just a crow sound. That kind of ga, 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 and just do some kind of twang sirens based on that crow impression. Ga, ga, ga. And remember, you're really lifting your voice up. Get in that ga position, and then just let it drop down as much as you can. And we're just going to do a little twang exercise on nya. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Yeah, you get a bit sneery with this. Nya, 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 nya. Remember, lift up the voice before you sing the note. So breathe and lift and set. Engage your body a bit. Good. A couple of tongue twisters. Free, fresh fried fish. Free, fresh fried fish. You're in a fish shop, they fry the fish. It's fresh and it's free. Free, fresh fried fish. Just on one note, we're going to move up chromatically. Free, fresh fried fish. Free, fresh fried fish. Another favourite of mine, Old Oily Ollie oils old oily autos. Old Oily Ollie oils old oily autos. Old Oily Ollie oils old oily autos. Thanks, Ollie. I thought we'd finish off with a bit of Wimaway, Lion Sleeps Tonight. So if you've got some people in your flat, get them involved. It's a multi-part song, this, so all kinds of things can be thrown into this. Of course you all know this, I'm sure. A Wimaway, a Wimaway, a Wimaway, a Wimaway, a So that's kind of the bass part. It can be done up the octave. You could harmonize it. So that's kind of one or two parts or more parts. The lyric is, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. There's all kinds of versions of it. Sometimes they change a word or two. In the jungle, the quiet jungle. In the village, the peaceful village. So whatever you're choosing to do, just set it with whoever you're singing it with. I'm going to play it around twice each time. So it would be, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And again, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Okay, so you can change the lyric if you want on the second time, but I'm playing it around twice in each key. We're going to go up a few keys. And then there is, of course, the falsetto bit. I have no idea whether I'm singing the right sounds there or not, but it's something like that. Or whatever impro you want to do. So, get together, get your people. Here we go. Craziness is about to ensue. I'm going to play it in loads of keys. Have fun. 2, 3, and...